3 days before I turned 21, I had a near-death experience. I was in a rodeo, and my first love in life has always been horses. I was a trick rider, a trick roper, and a barrel racer. And so I was in a rodeo, and I was the entertainer. And when you're trick riding, you have to pull your saddle really tight, so that way the saddle won't fall off whenever you're hanging upside down, running 35 miles an hour. So you have to pull your saddle really tight. And it's uncomfortable for the horse to be pulled tight for a long period of time. My plan always, before I did a show, is to pull my horse, pull the saddle on tight, and then get into the arena and do my show, and then get my saddle loosened up as soon as I got out of the arena. Everybody kind of comes and goes out of what we call an alley into the arena. And so as I was called by the rodeo announcer to come into the arena, and they were playing my music, they were doing all of my introductions and stuff, and all of the bulldoggers were coming out of the arena. And I want my horse to go through these horses to get into the show, and my horse, he has another idea. He doesn't want to go. And so we sort of have a conflict of wills, and he just rears up and flips over on top of me. I couldn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. All it was just this little window in time, and then the next thing I knew, there was no horse, there was no rodeo, there was no cowboys around, and I'm just floating above my body. I looked down, and I was looking at my body, and my left toe was pointing to my left ear. And I looked down and I thought, she doesn't look very good. I said, she doesn't look very, which I think is so weird, that you separate your sense of self so fast when you transition. It's like you don't really identify so much with that physical body anymore. But it's like I just had one little thought. It's like, she looks really messed up. And I just turned my head, and I knew where I was. I knew what to do, and I wasn't the least bit worried about it. And I felt very much at home. I felt a huge sense of peace, and there wasn't anyone around at that time that I knew of, but I wasn't worried that there wasn't anyone around at all. I felt like I had done this a lot. I knew the drill. I knew what to do. And I was excited about it too. And just as I sort of ventured off on my merry way, I get this glimpse of a couple of human-like beings. They weren't solid. I could see that they weren't solid. But I heard one of them say, "What is she doing here?" And then I turned around to argue, and then boom, I was like popped right back into my body.